Hello guys, welcome back to the episode 16 recap of Snowfall. You can watch it on WeTV or Viki. And also tomorrow they're going to be releasing express episodes, so I will be doing recaps for each individual episode and then be uploading a review, so I'm very excited to finish watching this show. But let's get right into the episode 16 recap. So Leing holds his arm on his bed as he thinks about how he messed up, and he's terrified that Shen is going to come after him because he's like, I killed Milan, like no, like he's gonna come after me. He's terrified. And then Leing sees a cigar on his bedside and it's still smoking, and he's thinking, oh my lord, like he's here, because you know how Shen loves his cigars. So then he runs out of his bedroom and his home and just onto the street. Then the next scene that we get, Jing gets yelled at by her second uncle for auditing his accounts. You know how you met him in the previous episode 14, and he was talking to, not 14, probably 13, he was talking to Leing like, you're nothing or whatever, like you know this guy isn't quality as a man. His books are clean, but opium was found in the cargo of his ships. And we learned that Jing Shu's father was killed for refusing to be complicit with those people being the opium dealers, because she says that the Jin family does not do immoral business. And then her uncle keeps arguing with her about like, how dare you see me like this, stuff like that. And it just emphasizes how much masculine pride is a part of this show as well. You know, Leing has masculine pride, the second uncle has masculine pride, and even Shen has masculine pride too. He's kind as well, but his lack of like wanting to do things quickly and not kill and all that thing, and that being his rule, like his whole rule thing, after a while gets tiring. He kind of reminds me of the Emperor in Secret of Three Kingdoms and the whole I'm gonna rule by kindness. It can't work in a world full of villains, you know what I mean? So even in that sense, he's prideful, you know, that's definitely something in this show that's a theme. But all saying that, I still appreciate Shen Zhiheng's character. Moving on, Mr. Shen gets Yuwen, the general manager of the Hadong newspaper, to bring him and Milan noodles, snacks, and human food because he wants to see if she's going to be able to consume it. She does consume it, and she basically tries to break one of the eggs. And she's like, I have a lot of strength. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna have to like learn how to control that. And then as he's peeling the eggs for her, she's staring at him. They have a really cute scene. It's really nice, you know. She's eating the food, she's staring at him, he's looking at her, like, you know, it's getting romantic a little bit. It's getting fun. And then we skip to Situ Willian's place at Jing Shu's place, and he watches as she knits after he makes her a plate of food with like a smiley face. Think about those pancakes that people like would like get like bacon with some egg, and he puts it on it. And then Leing shows up at the door. A maid announces it. The maid is Shatao. She announces that Leing's at the door, and he comes. Welian runs out because he doesn't want to be caught by Leing, and then Leing asks Jing Shu for help. He's like, help me, like, be the in-between between me and Welian so that he can help me talk to Mr. Shen, because I'm scared Mr. Shen's gonna come for me because of what I've done. And Jing Shu agrees because she's really in love with him, even though he's a jackass, because she's like, I remember him as like this sweet child, and like I feel for him, like he has a tough life. Okay, but he's a jackass anyway. You can't help who you fall in love with, like I understand that, but like damn girl, like pick better choices. Anyway, Leing then gets out of Jing Shu's house, and Li Guisheng is basically his ride. He's not driving, but he's in like the passenger seat, and Leing is in the back seat hiding, and he's like, is it safe? And then he tells Li Guisheng, like, don't be around me in public, like we don't want Commander Chief to be suspicious about what we're doing because I'm suspended and you have taken my role. And then he agrees. And then he's in the car and he's like, if I become a monster like Shen Zhiheng, would life be easier? And I'm thinking, not for you, jackass. But anyway, let's move on. Situ Welian then goes to visit Shen, and Shen is like, is Situ Hei your servant too? Because Situ is basically telling him like, give me money, all this kind of stuff, and he agrees. And they have a little argument, and Situ Welian's like, Situ Hei doesn't qualify to be my servant. Situ Hei is basically his fake father kind of thing, and he tells Shen like, I'm taking money from you because I stopped taking money from him ever since I met you. You're my brother, I love you, all this stuff, like. And he says that he struggles with human emotions. He actually says it out loud, like, I struggle to understand stuff and I end up offending people. But Shen basically is like, go away, whatever. And then Situ Welian sees Milan, and he's like, oh, you got Milan now, like you don't need me anymore, and that's like becomes a whole thing. And then Liang leaves, and then after this scene we get a scene with Shen and Milan, and he's tuning the piano so that Milan can play it. You get like a Frenchman basically to come and tune the piano for them. And then Shen basically says to Milan, like, he's my little brother, I've been looking for him for so long, because Milan tells him, I could tell you were happy that he came, and that's what Shen says in response. And then we skip to a scene at Milan Coffee, Mailian, and that's where Leing meets Willian and Jing Shu, and he tells Willian, like, I apologize for everything, like, help me. And Leing asks about Milan, but Situ doesn't tell him anything, even though we know that Situ has seen Milan. And then Leing's like, I'm gonna give you 50,000. If you want to advance in your career, you can count on me. And I'm like, you can't do anything for Situ. Like, you don't have the funds, dude. Like, calm down. It's crazy, for real. And then Mrs. Shen arrives at the cafe after Jing Shu leaves, and Willian's like, I'll try and talk to him for the money, whatever, for the 50,000. And then basically takes Leing away after he eats his meal and puts him in like a prison. I don't know what building it is. They show it to us, but I don't know I can't recognize the building. And then he tells, in the like jail cell, he tells Leing, like, you had one chance to provide yourself, to like kind of defend yourself on the train to be with me, and you didn't seize it. You can't shift the blame to Mu Linghua and Qi, and it won't save you. And then he leaves, and Ling's like crying and all this kind of stuff because he's terrified. And then Shen goes to Ling's place, and he sees the savings account passbook, and he realizes how little actually Shen has. And he's like, he refused my million, but he doesn't have much. Again, masculine pride. Like, he feels like Shen's the reason why his sister died, so he doesn't want to take anything from Shen. Like, he's really trying to like make his own way. He's so insecure about his background and the way he's raised, and like he always is ready to be somebody's lackey. Like, it actually is quite sad, like the way he's so ready to serve, but in like a I'm less than kind of way. Like, it's so, I'm actually like, let me not say I feel sorry for him, but his story makes me sad. That's what I'm gonna say. Then we get back to Shen going to the Economic Development Committee. He's on the roof, and then he has Lee's keys because he went into Lee's house, right? And he's about to enter Lee's office. And then we get that scene, basically, and then we get him back home. Milan's waiting at home, sitting pretty, waiting for him. He's at the door. He comes in, and they have a chat and everything, and he's like, you want me to take you out? She's like, it's snowing. She's like, and then he's like, oh, you don't like snow? And then she's like, I prefer rain to the snow. I would sit in the railing at home and listen to the patter. It's really beautiful hearing the different sounds. And then she asks him, why are you so kind to me? Like, my father hates me, my mother hates me. Why are you kind to me? And he's like, he thinks we get like those, transitions. And then he's like, you're my family. And then he's like, when the first spring rain comes, I'll take you wherever you want to go. And then it's like, promise, and it's promise, and then the episode ends. I like this episode a lot. Like, I don't feel sorry for Leing, but his story makes me sad. I still think he's terrible, and I hate that they shoved him in our face for so many episodes, but I feel sad, not for him, for his story. Let me put it like that, because I still can't stand Leing. Let me know what you thought about the episode in the comments below. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, please hit the like button below. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.